My name's Jeff Westlake. I live in Banksia Grove. We started a community development group called Cheers, and how it started was we simply moved into the area with a view to, well, I guess we were dreaming what kind of community would we like Banksia Grove to be like, and we started sharing that dream with other people in the community as well. We would ask them what kind of community would they like to live in, and everyone said the same things. They said they'd like somewhere that's safe, somewhere the kids could play and they wouldn't have to worry so much, somewhere where people were friendly, somewhere where people would know their name and care about each other, and instead of living in isolation from each other. So all those dreams were the same as our dreams. Then we began to ask, well, what do you think we could do to help make that dream become a reality? So we had a barbecue and we're sitting around the table, and we had drinks on the table, which is part of where we got the name Cheers from. But also we realised that probably one of the first things that we would need to do would be to cheer on whatever's good in the neighbourhood. Over the years, I guess Cheers would have changed by people getting older. Some people have moved out of the neighbourhood, some people have stayed with us. The kids have left home, just moved to other parts of Australia. Those that have stayed, their kids have gotten older, and so Rookies, which was for younger primary school kids, progressively got older, eventually became Jaywalkers, which is a youth group, Jesus and Youth walking together, and that group has matured to a point where they are now being trained as workers to share their faith and goodwill in the neighbourhood as well. So people grow up and develop and disciple, and we hope eventually will carry the DNA of Cheers with them where they go.
I would rate Jaywalkers 9 out of 10, because sometimes it's just exhausting because you've had school all day and you're just tired, but it does cheer you up.
My experience of Jaywalkers/workers has been like good.
There's only a few of us, so we get to know each other. Yeah, we're really close friends.
I really enjoy it, it's helpful.
There's a real sense of community.
Yeah, amongst the angsty teens.
And the old beans.
My favourite thing about Jaywalkers, the whole thing that we gotta do it together, because then we can get a say in all of it, get everyone else's opinion.
Pray about stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about stuff. Learn about Jesus.
We play table tennis.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that Jaywalkers is small and that we get to know people, and that it's more of a community than like a giant rave party.
We are a community development movement working from a Christian base. Up front, the purpose is to develop the community into that kind of dream that everyone wants it to be. The reason we work from a Christian base, and we're also up front about that, is because we think that's a great base to be coming from, to have that kind of community that people want, that kind of positive, life-giving way with people that Jesus had is kind of what we try to rediscover and redevelop. So when we meet together, there's the Monday night meeting where we think about what's going on in the community and how can we cheer for that, and who's going to do the cheering, and then what are the bad things, we pray about that, and then if there's some action we can do, who's going to follow through that action. The Sunday afternoon we get together and we've got lots of little kids, so how do we teach the little kids about all this as well? And so that happens on Sunday afternoon. There's lots of mess and mayhem and food and instruction and relationship and just lots of sharing of life that goes on at that meeting. Then sometimes people get together in just little groups of 2 or 3 and intentionally think about what's your next step and what's my next step in becoming more of a life-enhancing human being.
I like Cheers because I get to learn about something really important to me with my friend.
It's a lot easier to understand.
Seeing other people and learning about Jesus.
I appreciate how the adults actually want us here.
What we kind of sweep people up in, and young people are interested in this too, is that we have time for people because we're not running programs. The relationships are the new default, not programs. We actually know how to positively do relationships, and I think a lot of teenagers are longing to know how to get relationships right, and we know how to do positive community, and we learn about that stuff and practice that stuff, and we can explore what our true identity is and what we're made to be and ultimately can be, not just as individuals but as a whole collective community in Banksia Grove. And we offer that being part of the solution kind of way of living. We offer not only the way to do that, but the psycho-social, emotional, spiritual resources to be that. And so that's what we are. That's Cheers.
Care what the devil's gonna do. The word in faith is my sword and shield. Jesus is Lord of the way.